Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. Let's just jump right in, shall we? Today we are unpacking something absolutely fascinating, decoding the core purpose of a Korean esoteric religious movement known as Daesun Jinriho. What's so captivating here is how it takes these super dense, mystical ideas and maps them perfectly onto our most fundamental, everyday desires. It frames these massive cosmic goals not as abstract theology, but as a literal, practical blueprint for building a human utopia.
So let's kick things off with a massive question, one that gets posed right away. What is humanity genuinely striving for today? If you strip away all the politics, the crazy daily news cycle, and all that noise, what are the core things every single society across the globe is desperately trying to build for its people?
It really boils down to the big three, right? First up, the best welfare, which means a life totally free of suffering, illness, and anxiety. Second, the best environment, a pristine, flawless physical world to live in. And third, the best achievement, finding deeply meaningful work and ultimate fulfillment. Grounding ourselves in these relatable secular realities turns out to be the absolute key to unlocking the teachings of this movement. Here is our roadmap for the explainer. We'll start with the cosmic scale, move into welfare and mental dawn, then explore environment and world dawn, uncover achievement and human remodeling, and finally, tie it all together in towards an earthly paradise. Let's do this. All right, Section 1, the cosmic scale, bridging the modern with the mystical. Right out of the gate, we kind of got to clear something up. This isn't just about being a good person. Look at how these everyday concepts on the left, welfare, environment, achievement, are mapped directly onto some seriously dense, esoteric terms. It's wild. But it proves that to really grasp these vast cosmic concepts, you literally have to start with the everyday struggles we all care about. Moving right along to Section 2, Welfare and Mental Dawn, Clearing Cosmic Karma.
Okay, so here's our first bridge. When we hear welfare, we're usually thinking taxes, pensions, healthcare, safety nets to catch us when things go wrong. But that secular view, it is way too small for what we're talking about today. True welfare in this framework requires wiping out something called geobek, which translates roughly to our cosmic karma and suffering. I mean, no amount of money or hospitals can fix deep karmic pain, right? For ultimate welfare, the universe's actual karma has to be fundamentally cleared out.
Which brings us to Changhua. This is a total cosmic clearing. It's honestly a mind-bending concept. Imagine a state of existence where literally all karma and sudden misfortune are just wiped completely from the universe. That's what Daju called an earthly paradise. It's a state so incredibly clean of karmic debt that absolute ultimate welfare is just your standard everyday baseline.
So how on earth do you actually achieve that? Well, it all hinges on a practice called muzagi. Simply put, it means zero self-deception. This quote really hits the nail on the head. The one who deceives themselves will inevitably deceive others and commit sins. Lying to yourself, ignoring your true nature, is viewed as the literal root of all personal and cosmic suffering. By practicing muzagi, if you absolutely refuse to deceive yourself, you trigger a mental dawn, and that profound spiritual awakening is what paves the way for the earthly paradise.
Section 3, Environment and World Dawn, the Earthly Heaven.
All right, our second bridge. We all want a pristine world to live in. But our modern secular efforts? They're mostly focused on slapping band-aids on pollution or managing dwindling resources. We've got these intense anxieties about rivers drying up and the earth being permanently damaged. But the esoteric equivalent to this is world dawn, and it goes way, way beyond conservation. We're talking about a complete physical overhaul of the planet itself into a flawless, automated haven.
They call this physical purification Zhenghua. And get this, it goes to incredible lengths. The vision actually details cleansing the Earth's crust up to 3 meters deep to eradicate all stagnant evil energy. Think about that for a second. 3 meters. It's not just about picking up litter or reducing carbon emissions. It is a literal, energetic recalibration of the soil itself to create a perfect environment.
And this perfectly captures the end goal. An earthly heaven means enjoying the ultimate environment of heaven, but keeping a physical body. Just imagine the absolute perfection, ease, and automated nature of a spiritual realm, but projected directly onto our physical dirt and rocks while we are still flesh and blood. That is the ultimate environmental dream right there. Now onto Section 4, Achievement and Human Remodeling, the ultimate fulfillment.
For our third and final bridge, let's talk about the deep human need for meaning. In our secular 9-to-5 lives, achievement is about climbing the corporate ladder, building wealth, or, let's be honest, stressing about AI taking our jobs. We're terrified of losing our purpose. But the answer to ultimate achievement here, it's called human remodeling. Forget getting a promotion. We are talking about biologically and spiritually rewiring human beings so they can harness the cosmic energies of creation and become earthly immortals. No big deal, right?
This massive transformation is known as Yonghua. It's all about gaining the divine ability to use Te'ul. That's the foundational cosmic water energy that literally makes up the fabric of the universe. Being able to direct that energy, that's the ultimate spiritual achievement. It grants full divine power and enlightenment.
There's actually a really brilliant metaphor for this: the dragon. A dragon just cannot perform its magic without water. Well, fully remodeled humans are exactly like that dragon. They need to tap into that foundational, cosmic water energy to do their divine work. When you hit this state, your job isn't pushing papers anymore. You're actively participating in the magical creation and management of the cosmos itself.
Finally, Section 5, Towards an Earthly Paradise, Synthesizing the Utopia.
Okay, so here's where all these massive puzzle pieces snap together. This table is basically your ultimate cheat sheet. Check it out. Best welfare demands Chonghua, karmic cleansing, which sparks a mental dawn. Then, best environment demands Zhenghua, literally purifying the planet's crust, leading to world dawn. And best achievement? That needs Yonghua, harnessing the dragon's cosmic water energy, resulting in human remodeling. It is a completely seamless map, bridging our everyday desires straight up to the highest esoteric realms.
And here is the real aha moment of this whole blueprint. It's actually a huge synthesis of teachings from 3 distinct figures. It takes Doju's earthly paradise, Okwang Sangje's earthly heaven, and Guchon Sangje's goal of becoming an earthly immortal and locks them all together. By combining these 3 distinct visions, it forms one perfect, cohesive architectural plan for a flawless world.
So let's wrap up with this thought. We have just explored a staggeringly huge cosmic plan. We're talking about purifying the Earth 3 meters deep and harnessing the elemental water energy of the universe. And yet, the very first step, the absolute non-negotiable prerequisite for the whole shebang, it's Muzagi. The incredibly simple yet brutally difficult act of just not deceiving yourself. Which leaves us with a pretty profound question to chew on. Is humanity's true utopia built by overhauling the massive physical world around us, or does it absolutely have to start by refusing to deceive the world within us? Thanks for hanging out with me for today's Explainer. I hope this sparks some deep thoughts, and I'll catch you in the next one.